Most people don't know this. Dhenkanal princely state was not just about royal titles. Their forefathers were pioneers in structured governance and decision making that reached villages, schools, and public welfare. Discipline and duty shaped the upbringing of children and women, and even after independence, the family consciously became the custodians of heritage, not just the power. Today on the podcast, we are joined by Yuvrani Meenal of Dhenkanal, a royal heritage custodian, artist, and changemaker. From her early years in Bikaner and schooling in Bangkok and Delhi to restoring heritage Dhenkanal Palace as a heritage homestay, she has championed Odisha's traditional arts through her brand Meenaketan and has helped over 600 artisan families via her foundation. Today, we dive into her journey of legacy, culture, and how tradition meets the modern impact. Let's watch my channel Kapila Nagpal and do not forget to share and like this video. What made you convert this palace into a staycation?
The only way to maintain it and to move forward is probably to convert it into a hotel.
And what would be the room tariff if somebody has to come?
Tariffs and all are there on our website. We are on TripAdvisor.
Being the historical queen and then walking around that courtyard or something like that.
We've grown up in palaces.
Right.
So we've been fortunate to enjoy the space. It's a dharohar and we need to maintain it, restore it and enjoy it and pass it on.
And how old those things are which you have preserved?
So a lot of the old Dokra artifacts we have, some of the old textile.
What are your future plans?
There is a dream project that my husband and I share of having a museum.
Welcome Yuvrani Meenal Singhdeo ji. It's really an honor to have you here on my channel. First of all, tell me about this beautiful palace. You have converted it into a hotel kind of thing where guests come from different countries as well as local. So what made you convert this palace into a staycation kind of thing?
So Kapila, this is a palace which dates back to the 1840s. So it's almost a 200-year-old structure. It's a living monument actually. And it gets very, very difficult to maintain these buildings. More so with the weather in Odisha, the heavy rainfall, the humidity. And these are not built with stone, say as in Rajasthan or Gujarat. So these are structures built with lime mortar, chuna. And with the rainfall and the humidity, there is a lot of wear and tear. Also, these were built for larger families. So now with this, the family is getting smaller. A lot of it stays unused. So it stays unkept in that way. So when I got married in 1990, I belonged to Gujarat and I had lived in Rajasthan and there was always a lot of tourism there. My grandparents had converted the palace in Bikaner where I belong to a heritage hotel in 1970. So I came and I looked around and I told my husband the only way to maintain it and to move forward is probably to convert it into a hotel. And of course the family agreed and they were very supportive and we started our mammoth task and very ambitious work towards restoring, I can't say renovating, but restoring each room one at a time. So yes, so now we have 15 rooms and we are open to tourists, we are open to small events, to weddings, but it's been a long journey.
Right. And how big is this area overall?
So this is about 4 acres and we share the living space with our guests. So we do have our private quarters and this block, which was a block which was built a little later than 1840s, was for the family. There were 6 brothers. And as the brothers moved out, this was more or less deserted. So now we have renovated these, restored them rather, and added bathrooms. There was no electricity, no bathroom. So all that has gone in, the plumbing, the electrification. And so this is the portion mainly for the guests. Though the entire house is open, but we do have our private quarters.
Okay, nice. And what would be the room tariff if somebody has to come? So is it the same room tariff for all the rooms?
So we have two categories only. So we have 3 suites, which of course are the tariff is higher, and the others are deluxe rooms. The tariffs and all are there on our website. We are on TripAdvisor, and one could get in touch directly also, and numbers have been shared. We keep the same tariff throughout the year. So it's not like we give an off-season discount or this is peak season, the winter months.
Right.
But our tariff stays the same, and we try to change it maybe once in 2 years. We don't change it too often.
Oh, nice. And what exactly does it include? Like a ballpark range, if I ask, ranging from...
So this is, it's a package that we provide, because when you come to Dhenkanal, there's not many restaurants that one can go out and eat safely, and it's just very restricted. So when you come into Dhenkanal, we provide you with the breakfast, lunch and dinner, and of course the stay, and it's an experience we give you. So it's a slice of our lives we are sharing with you. We dine with you, we tell you stories about our history, our family, whatever you'd like to know.
Nice.
And it's a lot of personal attention, hands-on for my husband and myself to look into every plate which goes onto the dining table. So it's a package deal we provide, and it's about 14,000 for 2 people per night.
Nice.
As of this year.
All right. You have a darbar area also here, right? And I saw the palki which is there, and it looks like it is being used right now also for certain things, some activities.
So Kapila, the Darbar Hall was one of the earliest known auditoriums in Odisha.
Achha.
So it was built for the royal family, for entertainment, because at least the ladies never really went out too much. There was still parda that they followed in those days.
Right.
So
I saw the parda system up there.
There is a balcony for the ladies, and there's a stage, and of course the hall which was open to dignitaries, to guests and the gents of the family.
Right.
There were green rooms also on both sides, and there was theatre, there was dance, and all the dramas and theatre that they had, the female roles, the ladies were also played by men. So they would have to dress up as ladies, and it's one of the earliest auditoriums, as I said. For many years it was not really used, because the purpose has changed over the years, and we didn't know how to really put it to good use. But once tourism started, now we've sort of again started having concerts. So we've had classical music concerts. Every year on New Year's Eve, we have a recital of classical Odissi dance, as well as a group of folk dances also for our in-house guests, and it's open to the public as well.
Right.
So we hope to have many more such shows, cultural and musical shows.
So do you ever imagine yourself like, being the historical queen and then walking around that courtyard or something like that?
Not really, Kapila. So, it's, I do come from a similar background. So, we have grown up, whether it was my maternal side, my paternal side, my in-laws, both my mother-in-law, my father-in-law side. We've grown up in palaces. So, we've been fortunate to enjoy the space and, a part of that history and living monuments, to be living in those. But yes, when I did get married, I did feel that it needed a lot to be done. So now I can say happily, after 25 years, maybe it's been 35 years that I've been here, but say 25 years of continuous restoring the house, I could sit back and look around and said, I am enjoying this now.
Right, because the moment I also entered, there was a big gate and it opened, then I entered, then I thought maybe, I will be hearing the sounds of horses somewhere, or maybe the queen will come out and she'll be seeing me from upstairs somewhere.
Also, it's very different, the perspective that you see it and we see it. I think we just take it for granted. But yes, we have taught our children that, you are blessed, and you need to enjoy this, to preserve it, because it's not, just of the family or yours and mine, but it's a national heritage.
Right.
So it's a dharohar, and we need to maintain it, restore it, and enjoy it and pass it on that way.
What all have you preserved so far? I mean, how old those things are which you have preserved?
So that has been a struggle, Kapila, because a lot of the things, because of the weather, have got destroyed. And in Odisha, in general, I find that there was very little documentation which was done over the years. There's nothing which has been really documented, say, as in the other states in the royal families. So we have tried, but it's been a struggle. So whatever old artifacts, because For example, the Dokra art. So it's a very, very old art form, 4,000-year old. And these artisans have been making Dokra work in Odisha for centuries now. So a lot of the old Dokra artifacts we have are some of the old textiles. So like the coronation sari of my grandmother-in-law. So some of these textiles, some of the hand-woven handloom, because we are so famous and we are so skilled with our handloom. So some of the old heirlooms which have been hand woven around Dhenkanal, some of those, the old photographs, whatever we could restore, some of the old uniforms, some of the old clothes, and of course the cutlery, crockery, and you saw the hoda and the palki in the darbar.
Yeah,
hall.
that was
those are on display. But we do hope to have a museum one day. That's a dream.
So, as a woman, what challenges do you feel a royal family women has to face?
So I think it's not only women in the royal families. It would be women on the whole, more so in our country. In the royal family, I would say earlier, yes, there were restrictions. Marriage was always the priority. If the women wanted to seek a higher education, it was like you're going to get over-educated. So you may not find a match or a boy. So, you know, because the boy needs to be better educated than you. So there were issues like that. There were also things like, most of us have had arranged marriages, and that's been a tradition which has been coming down over the years. So if the boy approves of the girl, how can the girl say no? Which for me, I was like, I told my grandparents, but that can't be. I mean, if the boy says yes, and if I am not keen, I will say no. Says, no, but that won't go down too well. So there were these things, you know, and you couldn't really meet alone. There was always someone with you, the extended family, with the boy and the girl while
so you
were
also
meeting.
got married like this?
Yes, ours was also very traditional, meeting with younger siblings, with friends. But I think women overall in the country as such have had to deal with a lot and to really push their way ahead. So coming back to the family of Dhenkanal, the royal ladies of the house of Dhenkanal, there has been Rani Annapurna Devi, who in her times ruled. She was widowed very early. So she ruled, she brought up her children. She has governed beautifully. She had built orchards and water bodies all over so that Dhenkanal would not run out of water. She has written. So they all have written books, poems. After that, there was Krishna Priya Devi, Maharani Krishna Priya Devi, and she has written many, many poems. And she was a beautiful harmonium player, and it is said that she wrote a book on how to play the harmonium. And anyone who reads that book can play it. So she was that precise. After that, there was my grandmother-in-law, Rani Sahiba Ratnaprabha Devi, who has been an MLA and had even defeated Sri Biju Patnaik. She was one of the earliest to break Parda. She broke Parda and distributed prizes at the Ravenshaw College in Cuttack. And was very active with the Girls Guide. So she has taken all these girls, as I was mentioning earlier to you, 27 girls from Dhenkanal, stepping out for the first time to Philadelphia for the Girl Guide Jamboree. And my mother-in-law, Rani Sahiba Krishna Devi, she also has been such a pillar of support to my father-in-law, who's had this very, very illustrious long political career, and she's been the backbone of the family. And so yes, so that way I had a lot of freedom to, you know, dream and to go ahead and do what I wanted.
Nice. So about the weavers, you had supported so many weavers during COVID time also. I got to know that you had given them food and the livelihood during that time, and till now you are continuing with the you know, you are being the mediator probably so that they can earn better livelihood, and you are taking them to places internationally as well. So please highlight something about that.
So I have from a very early age, since I was a child, been very, very keen on textiles and on the various crafts of not only India but generally craft as a whole. And when I got married and came to Dhenkanal, I realized that there was so much of art, craft, textile, and I had a lot of time in hand. So got down to doing a little bit of design intervention. So giving my own designs to the sari weavers, making westerns out of ikkat, if not saris. Then a lot of dokra jewelry, pattachitra, and various arts and crafts that they are there. So design intervention modernized sort of a little the craft and made it more utility based to today's times. I keep having exhibitions, and we've had 2-3 fashion shows. We have an in-house boutique where we give them a platform to sell out of. Today our Dokra artists have showcased at the India Art Fair.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
so they've done well.
Right.
And during actually COVID, Kapila, we realized that, you know, there are so many natural calamities and disasters happening, you know, like we have the cyclones and the floods, and these artisans and craft people at that time really come to sort of almost alternating meals because they have no savings. During COVID, all the village hearts and all the ceremonies, functions, exhibitions had all come to a standstill. So they were in a very bad way, and my daughter, myself, my husband, we just went around village to village and just asking and talking to them, and then we realized that they were in need of help. So we just collected a little bit of, you know, the rations and a little bit of funds, and started just distributing rations and funds and buying some of their products so that they had an incentive to keep making things through the COVID period. And these posts we shared as COVID and the diaries, talking about a craft locally and the hardships that they were going through. This sort of snowballed into a very big thing, and my sister came forward, she shared it on her social media, and it was amazing how people we did not know all came forward, put in funds, and then it sort of became much larger, and we could reach out to about 750 families with rations, with a bit of provisions, and encourage them to continue their work during the lockdown. So recently we have started a foundation keeping this in mind. It's called the Maharaja Bhagirath Mahendra Bahadur Foundation, towards the welfare of the artisans and the craftspeople.
Wonderful. So this palace is so big, like it's about 4 acres of land total?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So isn't it too difficult to maintain, given the scenario that manpower sourcing is very difficult and other challenges? So how do you maintain it all alone?
So अभी तक I keep telling everyone, जब तक हाथ पैर चल रहे हैं हम करते रहेंगे, but after that you have a totally very valid point. It is very difficult to maintain, and we have to generate the funds, the staff, all of it has to be done by the family itself. And Dhenkanal being a small place, there are a lot of restrictions. So we don't have the kind of housekeeping or the kind of provisions that we need, the kind of raw material that we need. So everything had to be outsourced or brought in from cities. So some of these things have come in from Calcutta, a lot of it from Delhi and various other parts of the country. The staff are all the local community. We like to involve as many of our local people and give them a chance. So we have trained them on the spot, but yes, it is a little difficult because we start from scratch, and yes. Yeah.
So it's such a beautiful heritage when we look at it, and so many things which talk about history. Doesn't government give any support for that to preserve this?
So as in funds, no, not really. They do give subsidies if you want loans, but you know, Odisha still has to sort of get their policy for heritage tourism. So this is, we are running this as a heritage homestay, not a hotel, but Odisha still needs to get its policy for heritage tourism and for homestays. So maybe after that something, you know, there could be a ray of hope after that. They are helping us promote by advertising a little, but a lot more desires to be done, even by way of advertising.
So these are the similar challenges which I would say the other state royal families are also facing?
Yes, but I think, you know, Rajasthan were the pioneers. They started so long back that they have all their policies and their documentation all in place. And the government, even in Gujarat for that matter, so the government is more hands-on and working, hand-holding them, let me say, a little more than Odisha so far.
So hand-holding means that government will be only supporting, or they will take a share out of it, or how does it work?
I don't know how it works actually, but I do think that they are promoting them a lot more, talking about it. You know, there are kiosks or posters at the airports talking about the royal heritage homes or the palaces that have converted into hotels.
Yeah, of course, that attracts more tourism, and then
there's
it's
a lot more
pushed to a local
that
economy, right?
Also.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but that's what I feel, that probably, yeah.
Right, great. And what kind of tourists are you getting here in the palace?
So the winter months, which are say from November to February, almost up to March, are a lot of foreign tourists. So there are tourists from all over the world. We've had a lot from Italy, from France, from Germany, from the Netherlands, and a lot from the UK also. But some from various other parts of the world. So a few from South America, Mexico, and a few from Africa, Egypt also. But the summer months are extremely warm, hot I'd say, and very humid, and the rainfall is very heavy. So at that time of the year, it's more of the Bengalis are great travelers, the Gujaratis are great travelers. So they do visit. And of course, a lot of our the Odiyas themselves, they come for a weekend getaway or for a 50th anniversary, or which is nice, because to sustain us through the year, we need the locals to come in. So more of Odiyas. Yeah.
So you have this place as a destination wedding as well, right?
Yes, we do. So we have corporate events also. We have destination weddings. It's 30 people, 35 people, because there are 15 rooms. So we keep it at that.
Oh, wonderful. And how do people of Dhenkanal take you as, because you are the king and the queen of this place, and how does local public take you?
So I think, Kapila, firstly, India is a democracy, so there are no kings and queens. But having said that, there is a lot of love and respect that we still receive from the local people.
See, that's what makes one person a king or queen, not by palaces or something, but
So they do come to us. So whenever they need something, they need to inquire for something, they need any kind of assistance or help or aid, they do come to us. There's a lot of respect that we still receive when we go into the town. And we feel that, in order to really be worthy of that, there is a responsibility that we have on our shoulders. We have to earn that respect and return back in some way that love and affection and respect that they're giving. So it puts a larger responsibility on us towards our people. So it's a bond that we share through generations, through thousands of years. That bond is still there, touch wood.
Yeah. So I think your family, if we look at the history, they were the first ones to be more on the responsibility side rather than ruling side, I guess, right? If I'm not mistaken, whatever I have read.
Go ahead.
So is this the same thing that you are carrying on, the legacy, and instead of just sitting in your comfort zone, you are just going all out and doing something to make a difference to the society?
Yes, definitely. We do want to make that difference. Whatever is in our hands, we don't have the power or the wealth today, but whatever we can do, go out there on the field, be with the people wherever they need us, and whatever we can do, we would want to do. And we are trying our best in our little way, whether it's the art craft or whether it's the maintaining of the building. Politically, the family has been very active, and my father-in-law has done a lot for Dhenkanal and Odisha. When it comes to the royal families, I think, Kapila, all the royal families had that affection towards their people and the responsibility. And they have given to their states at that time, the erstwhile states, they've given the infrastructure, they've given administration, they've given them dams and bridges, and there's been a lot which they have given the people. A few exceptions are always there in all families, all communities, but there has always been that give and take and that affection between the erstwhile rulers and their people.
Right. So how are you planning to pass on this legacy to your next generation?
I think the best is by example.
Okay.
So my husband and I have consciously tried to set that example that we are absolutely approachable. We are one with the people. There's no difference. So we can walk in, we can sit and eat with them. We sit down on the floor when they invite us and have a meal with them. So I think all these values and also the responsibility of handling the heritage, the cultural heritage, has been, I think, trickling down into them from a very early age, and I hope they do imbibe that.
So are your children also planning to come back and take care of this place?
Fingers crossed, yes, hopefully. It's very important that they have their roots, their sense of belonging and a sense of pride in what they have inherited and what Odisha or Dhenkanal or the country stands for today. But also, having said that, we have given them the freedom of making their careers. So whatever their dreams are, whatever their passion and interests are, to build their careers, to live, to travel, to achieve all of that, and when they are ready, they should come back. And if we have aged faster than they are ready to come back, then we'll have to start pulling the strings.
Yeah, with age, it came to my mind, I should ask you, what keeps your skin glowing?
Oh my God. I do very little, Kapil. I do nothing. So there are no secret recipes or no nuskas as such. I think it's just something we've inherited. If you say it is, then it's just what the genes that we've inherited.
Amazing, great. And how many children do you have, and what do they do by profession?
So our daughter Yashaswini is turning 30, and she has done art history.
Oh,
so
nice.
yes, she has always been very keen on history, art, craft again. She had very little option, I think, but she took to it, and she has done her art history museology, and she was actually managing the craft and textile museum Kala Bhumi in Bhubaneswar for 2 years.
Nice.
And even in Delhi now, she is with the cultural portal and doing research work. So she is inclined towards history, art, and all our heritage. Our son is younger, he's 24, and also very keen on design and art.
Okay.
He paints beautifully also, and he has done product design.
Acha, nice.
So having done product design, we keep saying, now you have to help us with, you know, whatever business we have with our crafts and art to take it forward. He is doing furniture at the moment, and has worked with Ashish Shah in Bombay.
Oh, nice.
And put in a lot of Dokra into his furniture, and whatever Ashish has helped a lot with the Dokra artisans, and they are showcasing in Paris and at the India Art Fair.
Super.
So I think yes, somewhere they are taking that passion forward.
What are your future plans regarding this palace? How do you want to see it growing?
So we want there to be a time where it is completely beautifully run, even better than what we are running it. We want that it remains and continues to be maintained even better than what we have been doing. There is a dream project that my husband and I share of having a museum. So a museum with all our memorabilia, all the artifacts, whatever was with the family and is local of around Dhenkanal. And we'd love to open this museum up to the local people and to the people, anyone who wants to come and visit, of course our in-house guests. We are very keen to have many more cultural programs. So Baithaks, music, classical music Baithaks, classical dance, maybe poetry, you know, just a lot more intellectual exchanges here.
Right.
So that is, yes, that is a dream.
Great. When your tourists come, do they also like to have dinner or lunch with the royal family sometimes?
Yes. In fact, they do. So there's always at least one, if not both the meals or all three meals that we share with our guests. So we are in the dining hall with them, talking about the food, talking about the history, whatever they want to ask us. So even if we are not available, at least there are 1 or 2 members of the family. So my in-laws are here, my sister-in-law, my husband, myself so far. So some of us are always sharing the dining space with them, whether it's breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Is that chargeable, or you just go as a part of hospitality? Because I've seen in some palaces which are converted into this kind of heritage stay.
Yes.
So they have a separate charge when the people from royal family.
So no extra charges.
Okay.
We are actually very much in the kitchen, so you might find us frying the puris and then rushing out and sitting with the guests to talk to them. Also, I think, you know, Kapila, because for us also it's a good exchange. So we enjoy exchanging and seeing and hearing what's happening around the world. It gives us that exposure, so it's a give and take.
Right, great. How has been your school life and your college life? You did your schooling from Bangkok, and then you went to Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi.
Yes.
So how was the difference, and how did your childhood memories, I mean, if you recall it today, how was your childhood, then college life?
So I think we were blessed, both my sister and myself. We are just 2 siblings, and she's much younger than me. Our parents and our grandparents doted over us and brought us up very beautifully, in the sense that, you know, we got best of both the worlds. So when we were in Vankane, we were very much like the princesses. So we traveled in these bukes with pardas, and we had these tall silver glasses walking behind us. But we were always level-headed. So, you know, our parents never let that get to us. You are, there are no rulers now, and you are very much part and parcel and public. So, we would take public transport and go to school or college. I was in a boarding school, so there I was in the hostel, and that was started by Rajmata Maharani Gayatri Devi for the royals at that time. So, I was in the hostel. After that, of course, when I went into Lady Shri Ram College, then it was like my parents said, you take the public bus if you have to, you take an auto if you have to. But we were brought up having a balance and very grounded that way. My father at that time had sort of opted out to become a bureaucrat. So he was an IAS officer, and he even went on deputation with the United Nations to Bangkok. So that's where the 5 years of my schooling happened, at International School Bangkok. So there was a lot of exposure they gave us. And there was no scope for any kind of arrogance or pride to come in. And we've tried to sort of, you know, pass that on to our children also.
But yeah, you stay grounded, of course, I understand that. But people around you, they sort of, you know, when they come to know that, oh, she's from royal family, then things do change around you, right?
But the minute you met me, what was the impression you had? It takes 2 minutes to know that I'm a people's person.
I know.
So you must have met me and thought that, you know, how do I speak or how do I start?
Yeah.
But I'm just a very people's person, and I enjoy company and laughter and joking, and I am that kind of person.
Great.
But I did study, you know, after my English honors.
You never got those kind of vibes that somebody is maintaining distance from you or something because you're from royal family, and then that kind of respect or maybe a sort of fear out of that respect.
Yes, you do come across people like that at times, but then it's just up to you to make them feel at ease.
Right.
So, you know, put in that little extra effort of bringing them forward and making them feel at ease, and yeah.
Oh, great. Nice. So, any particular incidents that you remember or you recall from your college life or school life?
So I was, for my school and college, there's so many memories that I can't even point out one, you know, there's just been so much.
Something which is like immediately you can recall?
I got the best all-round student gold medal.
Amazing.
So that was something which I was very, very happy about, and I still am, because that was very, very precious, and I didn't really think I'd get it, but I got it in my 12th standard. You know, but Kapila, coming back to Bhubaneswar, when I did my further education, I actually went to the regional college to do my B.Ed over here.
Oh.
And I'm a trained teacher, so
great.
which I haven't put to much use. But so that when I was married, and I would take a cycle rickshaw because I didn't want to be sort of chauffeur driven into the regional college. So I would take a cycle rickshaw, go to college, come back, and then I'd sort of change out and wear my sari, because my grandmother-in-law, my aunt-in-law, they all lived close by. And then I would be in my sari with my head covered, and I'd go and wish them and spend time with them. And the next day again in my salwar kameez with my tiffin, doing the cycle rickshaw to college. So at that time, yeah, it was a challenge, because first being married in college and then, you know, trying to balance this life, being erstwhile royalty in Dhenkanal and, you know, just a student.
You didn't come across any bullies or something who would tease you sometimes, or, you know, pass some sarcastic remark?
No, luckily not. Luckily not. In college, we did have bullies. We had seniors who made us carry our books in buckets.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to take a bus carrying our books in buckets. But, you know, they just broke that ice, and some of my best of friends were those seniors who bullied me in college.
Nice. Great memories, huh? And now, when you talk about your business with the weavers, so where are you planning to take it in future?
I have really not thought of the future so much. You know, I just want them to be in a space where they are happy, they are content, they are doing well, and their work is getting recognition. Definitely, The foreign market, yes, a presence internationally would be great if some of their products would be appreciated and would go out. So a little more maybe of export, a little more appreciation from the foreign market, that would be nice, because then there's no bargaining involved and there is an appreciation. I feel in India, we just bring down the prices because, yeah, that's just how it's been.
How much is like per family able to earn out of these kind of businesses if they are involved fully?
So the weavers are earning something like 300 rupees a day, but they are working 8 hours sitting on a wooden bench, with the shuttle and weaving. The Dokra workers would be also around the same. So it's sad that the younger generation doesn't want to come forward. They don't want to come and continue the art forms or the weaving traditions that the ancestors
because
have
of the
been,
less money they are getting.
Because they're paid so less, also that there's no sense of pride in what they're doing. So because their living standards and it's a struggle for them financially, so there's no sense of pride in what they're doing. They don't realize that they're karigars, they're artists, and they're gifted. But the younger generation no more. So they're all going into different professions. So that is a big shame. I wish we could do something about that to make it feasible for them to want to continue.
So, are you able to change their mindset to some extent?
We keep talking, but at the end of the day, it is finance.
Yeah.
We can talk about it. We can talk about how proud they should be. We take in all our tourists.
Right.
And we have made reels, and they have got a presence internationally, of course. But at the end of the day, it comes out to what they're earning and how much they're taking home, and that is not improving.
So you feel that market is not ready for this kind of artwork, or people don't appreciate this kind of artwork?
I think people need to understand that each one has to put in that effort. So whether it's corporate gifts, so if it's Diwali or if it's banks or different corporates who are buying these gifts, there has to be a conscious decision that we buy the local craft, whichever state, wherever they are. We promote and encourage the local artisans.
You are a trained teacher also. You had done your B.Ed, right? And being a mom and a teacher, a very great combination. How do your children take it? I mean, they used to take it when they were small and till the time you were teaching them.
So I think, first of all, we were just friends. Both my husband and I made that conscious decision to be friends to our children. So it was, of course, it's always the mother who's doing the disciplining, I feel, because the villain is always the mother. The father gets away with a lot. So the timings, the homework, and whatever needed to be done, I was the sterner parent of the two. My teaching, yes, to some extent helped me, but I think it was always my love for children and which got me to do my B.Ed. So it's like, whether the chicken came first or the egg, but it was my love for teaching and for the children that got me to do my B.Ed. I think it helped very little in the teaching, because you can't be too patient with your own children.
Or children also take you for granted.
They do.
That you are a mother, you are not a teacher.
But I taught very briefly at Calcutta at a couple of schools, and I did these special classes on Saturday and Sunday for children. So it was a small group that I did teach. But I think you'll have to ask my children. They're the right ones to answer this question.
Great. So what has been your parenting style overall?
I think we've just sort of let them realize what they want to do on their own. We've brought them up with all the values that we thought were important, and to take the responsibility, as I said, to be a good citizen of the country.
Never scolded them, let's be practical.
I have. I have whacked my children, and they have never forgiven me for that. So I'd like to publicly apologize that I'm so sorry.
Please.
But at that time it does happen, that
it happens with every mother, I guess.
You give them one chance, two chances, and then after that it's...
And there is a meme also which comes on internet that during our times it was the chakra healing was only mama's one slap.
But I have to say that they have by and large been very easy children. They have not been very difficult, neither in their growing adolescent years or never demanding. Even with her marriage, or she went in for an arranged marriage, they have just been extremely cooperative children.
Great. So we wish you all the best. It was lovely talking to you, and we wish more and more tourists coming into this place because it's really beautiful, and do experience the royal heritage because it's the hidden secret. So do visit Dhenkanal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kapila.
Thank you.